Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Mentorship Corner. My name is Siphakamiso Mafuleka. If you are joining us for the first time, please do not forget to subscribe. Today we are going to be having Siphakamiso Mafuleka as a guest on the channel. He is a filmmaker based in Durban, KwaZulu-Natal. He has just released his short film called Identity at the Durban International Film Festival this past July. Welcome.
Yeah. Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for making time
Yeah.
in your busy schedule.
I mean, finally we get to do this. How long have we been planning it?
2 years.
It's been 2
years.
It's been 2 years.
Yeah. I think we planned that other year for last year, and then we had to postpone it last year.
Remember we said because of the film,
Yes.
we have to do it.
And then this year the film came in May, we were supposed to do it, and then
Here we are doing it though.
we're finally here. We are finally here. Okay, so 2 random questions before we start, right? Let's go. First one is, what is the first thing you did this morning?
Well, like you mean after waking up?
Yes, that's the first thing you did when you woke up.
I removed some stuff from the couch. There was a lot of stuff in the couch. It's a weird thing to do. You just wake up and you're like, I have to clear the couch. And I just cleared the couch.
Oh wow, at least.
It's a weird thing to do. We're like,
Oh wow.
out there. Well,
It's okay. We're not judging. And the next question is, what is one thing you are grateful for today? Just one thing.
I'm grateful for progress, actually. Yeah, I'm grateful for progress. It's like sometimes you'll be doing a lot of stuff, but you don't move. So I'm really grateful that I can see progress, and of which we still gotta dive in deeper into it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Great. Okay, so today we're talking about your short film. The name of the short film is Identity.
Yes.
Well, I know because I did my research. But anyways, tell us more about Identity, the film.
So Identity is a psychological thriller. It's about this guy who suffers from schizophrenia, and his girlfriend goes missing, and he's the first suspect. He goes over this unorthodox therapy procedure, to find out what happened to his now missing girlfriend. So he really dives into the mental health. Well, on the perspective of a person suffering from this condition, how they would see things. This is the point of view of this short film. Yeah.
Gotcha. Sure. It's not scary, isn't it?
It has a horror feel to it.
But it's not a horror movie. It's just a thriller.
It's a thriller. Yeah. It's a thriller with a non-linear timeline. So we just jump back and forth onwards. What could be real, like flashbacks.
Oh, yes.
Trying to dive deep into his mind. It's like he's rewalking.
Like a few steps back.
Yeah, like rewalking, what happened because he can't remember, which is one of the
Signs of the condition.
Yeah, when you're suffering from schizophrenia, it's one of the symptoms, like.
Gotcha. Okay, so next question. What inspired the production of the film?
So this started in 2020 when I met with Razin Dada. He's part of Dragon Production. So we talked about doing something. So at that time I just made a remake of Marriage Story. The Netflix Marriage Story. I did a scene there. Like it was a very intense scene in that film, and I wanted to redo it in a South African perspective. So we have a bit of Zulu in it, and it's more grounded here in Durban. And after redoing that, Razin had an idea of us redoing a psychological thriller, of which there's this Bollywood film. I don't remember the name. It's a psychological thriller, and we thought about redoing that, but we were like, what if we create our own stuff? What if we actually write our own script and and then it
rest is
started,
history.
and then it started. That's where it actually started. Last year, March, if I'm not mistaken, March was when I started writing the scripts. I had some great people working on it. Yeah, I mean, they're in the credits every day. Everybody's amazing. It was just great having everybody involved in this and making it happen. So yeah,
Great. So you wrote the script and you also directed.
So I did a bunch of stuff. So I wrote the script. I wrote the script, and Nelway came in, and Tana Mitchison, and then after that I directed the short film, and I also produced it. So yeah, I was supervising also post-production. Post-production was a bit hectic. I was supervising most of it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
You gotta do a lot, especially when starting off. So this was just one of those. Yeah, just the bigger budget.
Gotcha. Right. So you spoke about budget, very important for the next point. We're talking about funding.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you guys require funding?
A lot.
And how did you acquire that?
Yeah. So with funding, we applied to the NAVF, KZNFC, and
Wait. What's NAVF? Sorry.
NAVF is a National Film and Video Foundation. I hope I'm saying it right. And then KZNFC, it's KwaZulu-Natal Film Commission.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they fund films basically. They're like government organizations that fund films made locally, from shorts, documentaries to fiction, features, or sometimes series. Development of them, they don't fund the whole thing. They fund a portion of it, so you have to raise funds elsewhere. So we're lucky enough to get funding from one of those, and most of it, half of it is from angel investors, which is just independent people coming in and putting some money into the project.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we like our producer was able to raise that capital and brought it into the project, and made things happen.
Gotcha. And just going back to the funding part, angel investors can be like anyone. So if I've got 100K that I want to invest in a film, I can just...
Okay, give me the money.
It doesn't have to be someone who's in film. It could be someone who's in the industry, or someone who's just interested in the growth of the industry, but doesn't necessarily work in the industry.
Yes. So not every... I mean, you can be credited as an executive producer.
Gotcha.
If you sort of invest in a project, but it doesn't always have to be the case. You don't have to be involved in any way. You can just invest in a project, like investing in a company or any other project actually in the industry. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. So I did my research again. I listened and watched a couple of your interviews, and I learned that this was like your first official film where you were actually like a director. So it was like the first time you were a director. So as a first-time director, what are the top 2 lessons that you learned from filming Identity?
On that, like, some people will be so confused on like, is it really your first time? I mean, I do consider it my first time. I've done a couple of stuff. It's sometimes you can just film other people illegally, or you just film some stuff, but it wasn't like official, as in like I have a couple of people who are dedicated to the project, and I'm acting as a director, even though I'll be wearing multiple hats, but this is exactly what I'm doing. Usually I would just do everything, and when you do everything, it's also on a very, very low. The film I have online is actually the author, which is just a one-man thing sitting on a table. To answer your question, what I learned is
2 lessons.
2 lessons.
Yes, like the top 2. Like
I would say the first one is be over prepared, and like the reason why post-production was so hard for us is because we didn't do enough pre-production. And I realized directing a short film, communicate everything as much as you can in pre-production. Like, if as a director, if you do your casting right, and you do your production good, you should be settled. You know that most of it should be a breeze and improvisation along the set, but everything else is set up to your vision already.
Gotcha.
And you've communicated everything. And the second one, what would be the second one? I think most of it is, I would say it's splitting pre-production, you know, like most of it is in pre-production, most of the lessons, because pre-production is so huge. Rehearsals are in there, I have framing, storyboarding, all of that, it's in there. So I would say, it's just that, and having a team. Maybe the second one is like having a team that you can trust. Like that's the second lesson. Like having a team
that you can trust. Because you can have a team.
You can have a team. You can work with a bunch of people. And, but if you're skeptical about everything, every second thing they do, then there's a problem. You have to trust your team. I think that's a very important thing. And I was just blessed with the people that I was able to work with. They're amazing. And we were able to mutually trust each other, which was great. And that's how the project came about, So that's two things.
So two things. Have a team that you can trust.
And really do your
pre-production work. And like be over-prepared. Don't just be prepared, but be over.
Yeah, and filmmakers are known as perfectionists. So being able to perfect everything in pre-production is the best advice you can get.
Got you. All right, so we've spoken about identity. I think we've covered like everything about the film basically. Before we move from the film, I know it was dropping off in July. And then is it still available? If someone wants to watch it, when it's going to be available again, if it's going to be available again?
We're still working on putting it to other film festivals, hopefully locally, so that more people locally can see it, because a lot of people missed it and they would like to see it. It's not out yet. It's still traveling festival, so you won't find it online like on YouTube. So you're not allowed to put it on YouTube or Vimeo if it's still traveling festivals. So definitely it's gonna be out on the Mirror World page, either YouTube or Instagram. Keep a watch out for that, and we'll probably advertise it a lot if it's
when it's about to be released again.
Being released locally.
All right. Okay, so what other work do you do except from film?
Like walking. I walk a lot. I feel like it's a full-time job, just walking around. But what I do, I do photography. I started off in photography. I do photography on a day-to-day basis, but only recently, videography. I'm in commercial space a lot. I do like ads for local SMEs, small to medium enterprises. So I do a lot of like video work and photography work for them. But it's only now that I'm starting to be more focused in film. And I'm writing a lot. I have another project coming up which I'm excited about, which it's too early in development at the moment. But I'm really excited to start sharing it as soon as stuff gets going. But it's only now that I'm writing it out, and I'm looking to collaborate if there's any writers there who've been writing for a while. I'm just a guy who really likes to collaborate. I think film is a very collaborative process, so you just need as many hands
as you can get
to happen here.
Gotcha. Great. All right. Last question is, if I'm a client sitting at home and would like to work with you, either on a film or another type of project, how do they get a hold of you?
We can slide into my DMs on Instagram. And Siphakamiso Mafuleka. It's a long name. I don't know if you.
Don't worry. I'll add a link. Don't worry. I'll add a link.
Check the link below.
I'll add a link.
It's Siphakamiso Mafuleka on Instagram. I feel like everything from there, you can find it. Like I have a link to the YouTube, to my website. I have a website, a photography website that you can check out also. So you can reach out. I'm always on Instagram, literally every
You live and breathe Instagram.
It's my Zuckerberg every day. It's just wake up and like Instagram, man.
Quite sure.
So yeah, people can reach out to me there. Or don't send me an email if you're more professional. I'm also on LinkedIn as Siphakamiso Mafuleka. Also on LinkedIn. I've recently started using LinkedIn a lot, to reach out to more professionals in the industry. So you can check me out on LinkedIn. I'm always present.
And email address?
An email address, it's siphakamiso.mafuleka@gmail.com. So it's my name.
And your
Not an
surname?
underscore, there's a
dot. And your surname?
my surname @gmail.com. Yeah. So you can drop me an email about anything really.
No. That relates to work.
I was about to say that relates to work. Don't send me memes on my email. It's just
Thank you. All right, guys, that is a wrap. Cut. That's what you say, ne?
yeah, we actually say cut.
Cut.
It's usually louder. Like cut.
Stop. No. That's a wrap, y'all. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And do check out his page. He forgot to mention the Mirror World on Instagram. That's his business account. Siphakamiso_Mafuleka. That's his personal one. And do check out his website. I'm going to leave a link for the socials as well as the website on the description box down below. Bye, guys. Thank you for coming through, dude.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Cool.
It was great.
Bye. Are you good?
I'm good. Should we yourself? It's like
It's weird, ne?
you always have to make sure everything's right. This,
You've got grains. Oh.